The Gripper to Go is a true Microjig innovation, and it's part of our Gripper 3D push block line. It's a simple push block designed to help protect you from injury and give you better quality cuts than push sticks or featherboards can. The To Go requires no assembly or setup to use on your table saw, router table, bandsaw, or jointer. And while it's simple enough for you to understand right away, it does have some features and uses that we'll show you in this instructional video. So let's get started. To use your saw safely, make sure that it's set up according to your owner's manual. Make sure that the blade is always clean and sharp, and it should be parallel to both the miter slot and the rip fence. Eye protection and hearing protection are always to be worn in the shop. And make sure that your clothing isn't dangling or hanging low that could get caught in bits and blades. Long sleeves should be rolled, and dangling jewelry should be avoided. And of course, we never wear gloves when working with power tools. Finally, learn to stand outside of the kickback zone to keep yourself safe should something go wrong. It's easy to learn how to use your saw safely. Push sticks only work on the inside corner of the stock, leaving it free to move away from the rip fence during cutting. This can also lead to dangerous kickback. The To Go uses Microjig's green grip material to hold the stock from the top, allowing the blade to pass underneath during cuts less than 2.5 inches wide. It controls both the rip side and the off-fall side of your stock, so they pass by the back of the blade without rubbing. This greatly reduces the risk of kickback and leaves you with a cleaner cut. The To Go comes assembled and ready to make the first cut. It's a single piece, so there's no setup needed between cuts. For safety, the To Go must always guide along the rip fence when cutting. If the blade is in the path of one of the legs, simply turn the To Go around and you can make the cut. The offset face shifts the legs to pass by the blade. The Gripper To Go can rip stock as narrow as 5/16 of an inch. Just be sure to check that your saw's throat plate will support the narrow part being cut and not let it fall into the blade opening. The Gripper To Go can be set up to rip any width without cutting into the legs. But we've made it so you don't even need to look to see if the leg will be in the blade path. Our patented color-coded index system instantly shows you which way to orient your To Go to avoid blade contact. Peel the color-coded index sticker off the inside of the To Go sleeve and apply it directly over the rip fence scale on your saw. Be sure to align the transparent sticker to the 0 mark and either the 2.5 or 70 millimeter mark on your scale. The transparent sticker works with both inch and metric scales and can be trimmed if needed to fit your saw. Now, every time you set your rip fence, the cursor will automatically show you which side of the To Go must be against the fence. Just make sure that whatever color is under the rip fence cursor is facing you on the Gripper To Go when you set for the cut. From 5/16 to 3/4, the green square is under the cursor and should be facing you on the back of the To Go. Between 3/4 and 1 3/16, the orange square is under the cursor, so should be facing you on the To Go. 1 3/16 to 1 5/8, the yellow square will be under the cursor and facing you. And the blue squares should be showing in both locations for any cuts from 1 5/8 to 2 1/8. With any cut wider than 2 1/8 inches, the cursor will be above or past the green stripes and the legs of your Gripper To Go. All 3 legs of your Gripper To Go should be on top of the stock as you work. This generally means ripping stock that is 2 1/8 or wider only. For narrower parts, a scrap piece with the same thickness as the stock being cut can be used under the outer leg of the To Go. The Gripper To Go works best when held properly, with your hand wrapped around the rear half of the handle. we've molded 4 points into the handle to help guide your grip. Set your thumb into one of the forward dimples in the handle, rest your palm on the curved portion, then wrap your fingers around and under the handle. The system works left or right-handed. 2 gripper to-goes can be used with a hand-over-hand technique to provide a single, smooth cut on boards 12 inches long or longer. This technique works with longer stock on all of your machines. At the router table, the gripper to-go provides excellent holding of your parts while keeping your hands away from the cutting area. And in cases where the bit's exposed, the to-go can be positioned to bypass the cutter without damage. The superior traction of our green grip material on the to-go makes it ideal for use on the jointer and the bandsaw, guiding your stocks securely and safely. The gripper to-go includes 4 molded-in dovetail grooves to work with our match-fit dovetail system. These allow for all sorts of custom, shop-made accessories to be easily attached to the to-go. Microjig's gripper to-go is the perfect push block for the new table saw owner or the contractor on the job site. It's intuitive, easy to use, and ready to go when you need it. And when you're ready, our line of grippers and accessories are there to help you work safer and work smarter than any other system you can buy. Find out more at your local retailer or microjig.com.